50 Shades of Ed. When the girls called me and said, we're doing something for Dad about 50 Shades of Ed, my first response was, how am I going to get it down to 50? This is Ed. And then they said, we need it down to 1. That made it a little bit more difficult. I had to think really hard. So I started thinking about one of the first times I met Ed, and we started talking about, we all know he does all the goofy challenges and the marathons and things like that. And I said, Ed, how did you do this? You didn't start just running 26 miles. He said he broke it down into small chunks. He started in 2-mile increments. 1 to the liquor store and 1 mile back, which brought me to my story about Ed and his 1 shade of gray. It was Alexa's graduation party, and we were invited over to do the wine tasting. I think it was myself, my wife Catherine, Wendy, Dave from up north, and I think Kim and Roger were there. And we had been sampling for quite some time. It was a good night. So suddenly, after a few people had left, Ed hops up and goes, we gotta try the grappa. So Ed disappears into the house. I think it was myself and Brother Dave and Wendy all sitting out there chatting, and some time had passed. Matter of fact, quite a bit of time had passed, and Ed didn't show up. So at that point, we all decided it was time to go to bed. The next morning, I call Ed, and we're chatting a little bit, and he goes, yeah, I went to get the grappa, and I went upstairs to go to the restroom, and I never made it back past the master bed. That's my story for Ed and his 50 Shades. Thanks, Ed. Happy birthday, buddy.
Memory of Mr. Ellis is when he was moving the beds around in our dorm and put them all on upside down. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Ed. I hope you have a good time and then enjoy a limoncello and a cold beer.
Well, my favorite memory with Ed is wrestling with him. It was really fun. Happy birthday, Ed.
Hi, Uncle Ed. I have so many positive memories about you, but if I had to pick one thing, it would have to be the positive energy that you bring into each and every room that you walk into. It's a great quality to have, and I hope you don't ever lose it, even when you get old and kind of probably forget and stuff, you know. But happy birthday, I love you.
First, I wanted to say happy birthday, and I hope that you have an amazing day. There are so many different great memories to choose from, but one that stands out the most would definitely have to be junior prom, when you, Roger, and Mr. Prepelek all had to come pick me, Jesse, and Alexa up from the party. And I may or may not have gotten sick in the car. Good times. Not quite a memory that I really remember, but awesome story. But another one would be when we all went to South Carolina and Alexa and I were laying on the beach all day in the cold. And I got completely fried. And after that, you repeatedly just came up to me and said, how? Because I was so burnt. Those are only a couple, there's a whole bunch more. But I just wanted to say thank you for being a third dad to me and letting me crash all your family trips and events. So again, I hope you have an amazing birthday.
All right, go.
Happy 50th birthday, Uncle Ed. I like going to the Tigers game, the Hawaiian party, and you make the best pancakes.
My favorite memory of Mr. Ellis is junior year spring break when he made me try new foods because I'm a really picky eater, and he made me eat crab legs, and he helped Hannah and I play an April Fool's joke on all our friends that I fell off the balcony and had to be taken to the hospital.
Happy 50th, Uncle Ed. I just want to say thanks for coming to my games and for yelling at me when we were camping.
Hi, I'm Nicole. I've known Ed for about 4 years now. One of my greatest memories with him is him taking Tom and I to Chicago for our 21st birthday and buying me my first legal shot. Happy 50th birthday, Ed.
Hi, I'm Sandy Haley, and I am here to wish Ed Ellis a happy 50th birthday. And I was supposed to tell a couple of stories, so I wanted to start with the first story of us meeting. I was working at General Motors, and I was brand new engineer in Warren, and Dave Kenny asked me to work on the GMX 222 program, and I had no idea what I was doing, so he wanted to get me some help, and Ed was just coming off another program, and he said, Ed, meet Sandy, Sandy, meet Ed. One of you will be the lead, and one will be the CIDE. We said, well, which one is which? And he said, you guys can figure it out. So Dave walked away, and we looked at each other, and we pointed to the other as, you're the lead. No, you're the lead. And I think at that time, we ended up flipping a coin, and I lost. So Ed got to be the worker bee, which meant I got to tell him what to do, and then I was the lead. In actuality, Ed ended up, that started the beginning of him being my teacher, and it started when we became really good friends. He taught me how to do tire flaps and ground lines and how to think about suspension movements, and you know, we had to test out the vehicles and go to Dairy Queen often. Anyways, it was it's weird to think that was 12 years ago now. Anyways, that's my first story.
Happy 50th, Ed.
We love you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Mr. Ellis. My favorite memory of you isn't really one specific memory, but all of the mass texts that you have sent to us over the years, to all of Alexa's friends and various family members, and you know, no matter what they're about, whether it's Michigan sports or something Disney related or just random things, you know, they've always brightened my day, and you've always made me feel really included in your family, which I've always appreciated. So, happy birthday. I hope you enjoy it.
Ed, this is Wid. Happy birthday. You're old.
Well, Ed, I am recording this as a selfie because you know how much that I love selfies and will never ever take one. So I thought for your 50th, I guess I could record this as a selfie just for you. Some of my favorite memories are planning and going on our family vacations. We're pretty good at planning vacations together, and we have an awesome family, and I love that we all get to hang out together. My other favorite memory, of course, is the 3-day. All that training and walking. You seem to think that I love and enjoy walking, which I do not. And you always seem to talk me into more and more races, even after the 3-day. But I'm very glad that you talked me into doing the 3-day, despite the scary back roads, scary animals jumping out at us, strange cars parked along there. The overall experience was very positive and rewarding, and the closing ceremony was one of the most memorable of the whole weekend. So after the last half marathon that I walked with you and hurt for like 3 weeks after that, I've learned my lesson, and I am not going to let Ed talk me into or sign me up for any other walks. I want to wish you a happy 50th birthday. Wow, you're old. Maybe you can get some senior discounts for us. Maybe some senior discounts on some runs or marathons. So here's to many more happy memories with you and the family, and many more happy years. Happy 50th.
One memory I have of Mr. Ellis is when he helped Hannah, Maggie, Aaron, and myself escape through the bushes in their backyard for one of our Water Wars rounds, even after some crazy girl accused him of hitting her car, and he was completely against the whole entire thing.
Over the past 28 and a half years that I've known you, Ed, I guess the memory that stands out the most to me is the day that I told you that you were going to be an uncle for the first time. you were so happy and excited. And, you know, I can honestly say that you have carried that title of Uncle Ed with great honor and pride. You have been a wonderful uncle, and I appreciate that with all my heart, and I love you. And the only other thing I guess I can say is, haha, you turned 50 before me, Ed. Happy birthday.
Ed, happy birthday. 50 is the new 30. Don't slow down. Ann and I are wishing you the best birthday ever.
I have a lot of memories to choose from, but one of my favorites is, it was Ed's idea, I swear, to get water guns and hide out in the garage and ambush Alexa, Hannah, and Grant as they came home from school. So we waited, and first we got Alexa and then Hannah, who neither of them took it very well. But then we waited, and Grant came home, and eventually Ed, Grant, Snicker, and I had a pretty intense water gun fight, and it was a lot of fun. Happy birthday.
Hey, Ed Ellis. Have a happy 50th birthday. Hope to see you soon in California, and maybe I will see you in Chicago for the marathon. We'll see. Some of my best memories are of you running your marathon and having dinner afterwards, like going into the salt room at David Burke's Prime House. Anyway, have a great day.
Hi, my name is Tom Ellis, nephew of Edward Ellis. Memories, there's too many to count, but there's a lot, from camping as a kid in Forester to forever terrifying me of roller coasters and possibly hearing me curse for the first time, maybe, I don't know, to making the annual hunting trip on the 15th up to the Thumb, to taking me to Chicago for my 21st birthday, buying me my first legal beer, to just cooking me a birthday dinner last month. Happy 50th birthday, Eddie. I'll see you November 15th.
Ed, finally, welcome to my decade. Happy birthday. I just wanted to share a few things. First of all, when I think of you, Lauren is always in the picture. You've been wonderful to her. You've accepted her as part of your family, and I will always, always appreciate that about you, how much you love my daughter. The other fun thing is I love our little Ohio State, Michigan thing we've got going on, and one of my favorite memories is probably the afternoon, first day in Jamaica, where we just hung out, got silly, and just had a ton of fun. So I'm wishing you a wonderful birthday. You mean the world to us, and I just hope you have a wonderful day.
My memory of Ed is when he pushed Aunt Becky over top of me and she fell down and hit the floor. No, that's a good one, but actually it's just whenever we go out and he likes to smell the roses.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
My favorite thing about Mr. Ellis is that whenever Hannah complains that he's yelling at her, we all know that he's not really yelling.
Happy 50th birthday, Uncle Ed. I'm supposed to say a memory about me and you. And the first one that I thought of was when my grandpa passed away in 8th grade, and it was around the time of the Woodward Dream Cruise. And I think you came to the actual showing, and you were wearing a suit, I remember, and it was during the Dream Cruise, like I said, and Megan and I left with you after the funeral to go. And I remember stopping, I think we were really close to the cruise, and you had to change. And I just remember, I was 13 and I remember laughing because I just thought it was so funny at the time. You made us turn around and told us not to peek because you had to change. And it was a lot funnier at the time, I think because I was so young, but I just remember it kept my grandpa passing off of my mind, and I remember just spending time with you as a young kid a lot more than we do now, which is kind of unfortunate that it has changed, just everybody just getting a lot busier. But I just remember times like that where if I was in a bad mood or anything, you were always there. You're like my second dad. I can tell you anything. And you and my dad are just so funny. So I'm so glad that you and my dad have remained friends, so I get to know you as my uncle. And I hope you have an awesome 50th birthday. Love you. Bye.
I'm Becky Fox. I've known Ed probably for 6 or 8 years now, maybe more. One of my favorite memories actually took place last year with Jill during the 3-day, where we learned about Ed's dislike of untrimmed bushes. What started as just an innocent problem with shrubbery covering a sidewalk turned into 3 days of perverted laughter and giggling and joking around. The girls mentioned that we should say something about Ed being a dinosaur, but the truth is, Ed, you're older than a dinosaur. You're older than dirt. Happy 50th birthday.
My favorite thing is to do with Uncle Ed, read the Rapunzel book.
And go to
Disney. My favorite thing is to go with Uncle Ed to Disney. Happy birthday.
Okay, hi, wow. So hopefully the lighting works. Sorry, I'm trying to like work it so that doesn't happen. So I'm supposed to talk about a memory for Mr. Ellis for his 50th birthday. And I think probably one of my first memories, and one of my favorite memories, has to be our first time at the Chicago Marathon. Why it's one of my favorite memories of him is, first off, I think that it really just inspired me to really get into running more so than I had before. And then I guess the second part of the favorite memory was there was this one time when we all got into the hotel. Thanks, Uncle Don Trump. And Mrs. Ellis happened to have had a little bit of champagne, and she was looking out over the window and she was like, "Hello, hello down there." And then Mr. Ellis just kept making fun of her for the rest of the night. And that was just really, really funny. It just really gave me a great side of his humor, which he is kind of dry, but absolutely hilarious. I always get a kick out of it. So happy birthday, Mr. Ellis. I hope you have a great one, and we will see you here in Chicago soon enough.
My favorite memory of Uncle Ed is all the baseball trips that we went on, and probably next time we go on one on an airplane, we're probably going to board first. Happy 50th, Uncle Ed.
Hello, Ed. Happy 50th birthday. One of my fondest memories of you was when we were up at the cabin at West Branch and you got into the brandy. You ended up passing out in the woods. We were all sleeping in the cabin and you started getting sick in the blueberries. And we thought it was a bear out there and everybody got scared. Happy birthday, Ed.
Good evening. I am talking to you this evening after at least half a bottle of Shiraz. And I guess the first thing that I have to say to you is welcome to the Old Farts Club, officially. It's great that you finally made it. Somebody asked me if I would think about some of the better times that I have spent with you, and I guess, yes, I have to think about kind of like driving around northern Italy, super get faster gloves. You had yours on, I had mine on, and we seem to be able to find our way around with no problem at all. So that's one of my great memories of you, Ed. I also remember that every single time that I visit your house, you always have great wine to share, and it's always a pleasure being with you and being in your company. So, happy birthday. Great spending time with you. Looking forward to kind of doing the southern part of Italy when we get a chance. Gloves and all.
Hi Ed, happy birthday. Welcome to a new decade. Just wanted to pass along my thanks for helping me get these two great medals this year and last year. And I wanted to let you know that since we've both reached a new age category, maybe next year we can place. I think they gave out little blocks of wood with some burnings in them. Maybe we can get one of those next year. Anyway, again, happy birthday from Penny and I.
Go. What's your favorite memory of Uncle Ed? Go.
I love you, Tom, and happy 100.
My favorite memory of Mr. Ellis is, well, I have two. The first one is when we went camping sophomore year of high school with your whole family at Forester, and he may have caught me making out with a certain somebody in your family. He and Uncle Dave threw a wooden skull at us, and I was really freaked out, and he thought it was hilarious. So thank you for that. And my second one is that you always supported mine and Tori's Michigan State love, even though we both went to the University of Michigan. Happy 50th birthday, Mr. Ellis. You're now as old as my parents.
Ed memories? I have a lot. First one, not the greatest. It involves he and my brother bullying me in my parents' living room. Several years later, I found out that my sister was marrying you, Ed, and I didn't really know what to think. I know now that I'm blessed to have you as a brother, that I can count on you whenever I need help or guidance, like at Disney if I have one or two too many floaters. I know that I'm lucky to have been invited into your man club, even though Dave really shouldn't be a member because he doesn't have his man card anymore. And I know that I have two brothers now instead of just one.
Happy 50th birthday, Uncle Ed! There's so many memories that I want to talk about, but some are when you've always been there for me. You're like a second dad to me, honestly, and I really appreciate everything you do. Like letting me live with you guys and acting like my dad, like with my tire situation, like being out there for me and making sure that I'm driving a safe vehicle. About the time when you guys let me go to Glen Arbor with you, we just had so much fun, honestly. Like, I could never ask for a better second family. I love you guys more than my real family, but don't tell them that. And then when my papa passed away, you invited me and Sarah to go see the Dream Cruise the day of my grandpa's funeral, which really helped me take my mind off of everything. And I always appreciate what you and Aunt Wendy both do for me. So happy 50th, old man.
And they said something about 50, and I thought of 50 Shades of Grey, 50 Ways to Leave a Lover. Oh, no, this is your birthday. You're 50. Happy birthday. And I only remember my first recollection of you was thinking, how come those snotty kids from Sandusky are coming to Carsonville to school? But I guess you've learned to adapt to all of us Thomases. Happy birthday and many more.
Ed, happy 50th birthday. Just wanted to say, wow, I can't believe you're 50. Thanks for taking me to Chicago with you guys to watch you run. I thought it got me motivated to run, but apparently not yet. Also, thanks for letting me watch your kids when I was younger. And just for you guys, I wore my sunglasses on top of my head like I used to when I babysat and got made fun of all the time for wearing my sunglasses. Anyway, happy birthday.
Hello, my name is Cheeto. I have a lot of fond memories of Ed Ellis. I remember when he first let his kids get me. He didn't like me, but he's grown to love me. And now, every night I sleep with him, and I climb on his bed, and whenever he says, scooch, Cheeto, scooch, Cheeto, scooch, I scooch over so that so I can get out of his way. He's got the best feet to sleep on. What do you say, Cheeto? Want to show him a trick? Come on, show him how you roll over. Lay down. Lay down. Sit down. Roll over. No. Oh, you want to shake? Okay. Say goodbye. Wave goodbye. Wave goodbye. That's good. Hello. My name is Snicker. I have lots of fond memories of Ed Ellis. Especially the when I was just a puppy and I was his 4th child. He taught me so many tricks and took such good care of me. He loved me. He loved me. Right? Did he love you, Snicker? What do you say? What do you say? Tell him. Tell Daddy. Happy birthday. What do you say? What do you say? Snicker, what do you say? What do you say? Tell him. All right, say happy. Say happy. Birthday. Birthday. Say birthday. Come on, say birthday. Say birthday.
Happy birthday, Ed.
Hello, my name is Tigger, and I'm wishing my favorite grandpa a happy birthday, happy 50th birthday, and I speak on the behalf of all of the other cats that have ever been in my grandfather's life, including Cleo and Ariel, and I must say, I do not like it when he makes a cat. No. Happy birthday, Grandpa.
Vale, heard you got a birthday going on. Here's a few memories that I have from the past. Back in 1978, got this postcard from you when you guys were in Orlando, Florida. Beautiful chick. I'm sure you were doing your best to hook up with her. Don't know how that went, but I appreciate the postcard. I kept it all these years. Great memory there. This one, back in 1982, when you went out to Idaho to work for the summer. The picture is worth a million words. It's always reminds me of the time when you had that great idea of busting through a snowbank when we were on your snowmobile, and all of a sudden we realized that the snowbank wasn't so soft, and we flew in the air, felt like 50 feet in the air, 200 feet wide, and landed on the ground. I went one way, you went the other, and it's going to be a memory I'm going to keep forever. I just want to wish you the best of luck and happy 50th birthday.
Wow, Ed, happy 50th birthday to a great son-in-law. There's been so many things you've done with all of us, and you've been there for all of us. Thank you so much for marrying my daughter and making me a mother-in-law and a grandma, 3 beautiful kids. I loved all our trips together. Kalahari, Great Wolf Lodge, Disney, the cruise. Wow, I could go on and on forever. Just know that I wish you the best birthday ever and love you lots. Your favorite mother-in-law, Diane.
Happy birthday, Edward, to my favorite son-in-law.
Happy 50th birthday, Ed. Alexa asked me to say something on the camera for you. And I have to say, the one thing I remember since you were born is your strong determination. Born in Alaska during the ice storm and survived there the first year of your life. And since then, you made sure you had a good education, even though you had to change schools in the middle of high school. And then you married the woman you loved and had 3 beautiful children. And you always made sure that your children had a good school to go to and made sure they had a good education. Other thing I remember about you is your consideration for others, always helpful and always willing to help no matter what. Other than that, the only one suggestion I have, slow down, stop running marathons, and enjoy your life. So happy birthday, Ed.
Hi, Dad. My favorite memory with you is when you shoved my fingers in the door yesterday. That hurt. But no, my real favorite memory was when I spilled that sundae in your car and you said, "You will never, ever eat in my car again." And then you just walked away and cleaned it up. Oh, yeah.
My favorite memory of my daddy was when I was just a little part of a sperm swimming up to the fallopian tube. No, I'm kidding. My real favorite part, or I have a lot of favorite parts about my dad, but my favorite memory is definitely when we were playing the Lizzie McGuire game with Mom and Alexa and I think Grant, and you were pretending to be Lizzie, and you were like, Lizzie stuck on the toilet without toilet paper, and you were like, I just go to the bathroom. What? There's no toilet paper. And you made me laugh so hard until I peed all over the carpet. And that's my favorite memory because you can always make me laugh and make me smile.
Okay, my favorite memory of my daddy is when he took me to get a haircut and convinced me that it would be smart to cut my hair short like a boy so that I wouldn't have to wear my hair in a ponytail for soccer practice. So I believed him, and we got to Amy's, and I cut my hair like a boy. I had a buzz cut basically in the back, and it was pretty bad. And I also remember going into my 3rd grade classroom the next day, and everyone staring at me because I had turned into a boy overnight. So that was good times. And Mama never let him take me to get a haircut again, so he lost that privilege. But yeah, I think I have a lot of good memories with you. I'm really glad that you're my daddy and that you made me a very athletic girl because you thought that I was going to be your only chance at a boy. But thank God Grant came along. And yeah, happy 50th birthday. I hope you like this video.
So I've been asked to provide a memory about Ed Ellis. The name rings a bell. I think I might have gone to high school with him. Yeah, I did. I went to high school with him. In fact, I can remember the first day that I met him. It was the fall of my sophomore year, and I'd heard rumors about this boy from Sandusky who was coming to our high school. Well, sitting in my biology class, in walks this boy. Well, he kind of shuffled in. You know how Ed walks. And I remember thinking, oh, he's so good looking with his bell bottoms on and a little bit of a bad boy attitude. And I thought, oh, I really like him. I want to date him. Well, we didn't have the opportunity to date until about 2.5 years later, till the fall of our senior year. And it wasn't our first kiss. Our first kiss had happened a year before, and that's a whole other memory. But he did ask me out on a date our senior year, and he showed up with his brother's Trans Am to take me out on a date. We went out, and we're driving around, and I bent over to move the seat forward, and the seat made a sound that sounded a lot like I was passing gas. And I just said, ooh, excuse me, out of habit. But he really thought that I'd passed gas. And I said, no, the seat just made a sound. And he did not believe that for 1 minute. So I figured that would be our last date, because who wants to go out with a girl who passes gas on their first date? But nonetheless, he asked me out on another date, and here we are 30 years later, and we are married with 3 great kids. And you're a great father, a great husband. Can't be happier that I married you. I love you so much, and that's my memory. And I got to tell you the truth. After all these years, I want to come clean. I did not pass gas. The seat really did just make the noise. Love you.